So, this set of valves controls your entire first floor.
Okay.
So it comes in from the main feed from outside. Same setup. You have a control valve. Again, that's allowing the flow of water into the system. That is always open. You guys may or may not know, you see that yellow indicator?
Yes.
See how it's parallel with the pipe?
Yes.
That means it's open.
Okay.
That's how
Just
you
like
know.
the one outside.
Yep. Always should be parallel with the
Standard
pipe.
with most valves.
Yeah. So again, you got the check valve. We don't want water going back out. This is what we call a riser manifold, a floor control assembly. It has a water flow switch, which means any water that flows in the system, it's going to activate that switch. It's going to hit your alarm panel. We're going to know that there is an issue.
Right.
You have a pressure gauge, which is over here a little bit on this.
Okay.
What we do with that is we want to make sure there's not a drastic fluctuation of pressure, so the 4 times a year that the system gets inspected, you have to make sure that the pressure is within, 5 to 10 pounds of what it was before. You don't want a drastic fluctuation. That means something's wrong, a valve is closed, something is malfunctioned. This is your inspector's test and drain valve, right? So that's what, during this course of inspections during the year, that valve is operated so we can set the flow switch off to know that it does in fact work.
Yeah, dump the water out.
Exactly, and dump the water out and get some fresh water introduced, and also if you had to drain the system to do any service work, obviously that's what they're going to do. They're going to close the control valve, open the drain. What I always tell people from a standpoint of,
That pipe feeds this whole first floor?
yes sir, entire
Now,
first floor.
doesn't have a tamper switch on it?
Yes sir, all butterfly valves have internal tampers.
Okay.
And the module is right here too. If I weren't standing here, you could probably see it. My advice to everyone is always the same as far as if you receive an alarm. If you're standing in the building and you see a kid take a broom and hit a head and you know with 100% certainty that there's no fire, you saw someone break a head, there's water coming out everywhere, close the valve, close the control valve, open the drain. Because of course the system has water in it, it has to come out somewhere. So you've got to open the drain to help relieve that. Any other?
That valve's closed right now, so you have no water in the first floor sprinkler system.
That
correct?
valve is open.
It's open, wait a minute, where's it?
Parallel.
That one is, what about this one?
That's a drain valve. It should
That's
be
just
closed.
strictly drain.
That's
All right.
strictly drain, yes sir, strictly
All
drain.
right.
And it
Just
should be,
say that'd be an awful small.
yeah, if it were open, we'd all know, because you'd hear all that water running by.
You gotta put a blank on cover of that box too, right?
The alarm guy will.
Okay.
Now, where's the drain
not her.
at? Where does the drain go
It
out?
terminates at the main riser outside.
Okay,
The
goes
the
out
second
there.
floor also ties in.
Right there.
There's 2-inch piping coming along this wall. It comes over, all the drain piping ties together, terminates out the wall, and it's outside with your main riser.
And also your feed is right there.
Yes,
too,
sir.
Going that way.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that,
Is there a
and again,
particular PSI they work with, these, or just really doesn't
Well,
matter?
they have at least standard